Okay. Welcome, welcome. Give everybody a minute to log in. All right, welcome everybody. Good to see new faces. Welcome all my newbies. It's good to see everybody. Hello, hello. Okay. All right. I love it when I have new friends. Thank you for new friends. So as you all know, I'm going to get started here. I don't like starting late, and everybody always slides in like halfway through, which I'm totally fine with. But they miss the good stuff. So let's get started. Let me get YouTube. If anyone's live streaming in YouTube, I want you to throw me a heart or a wave so I know you're there. Okay. All right. So let's get started. And you guys all know to ask. The chat is open, so if any of you have questions or throughout, feel free to ask them. If I don't touch on them right away, I'll always touch on your questions during Q&A. The Q&A is open as well as the chat. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Truth Tribe. I'm Dawn Thompson, and thank you all for being here. As you all know, every class I will say it till I'm done teaching is you are all perfect, exactly where you are right now in this moment. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It may feel like something's wrong with you, of course, but nothing is wrong with you. And I love you all very much. So remember that someone out there is sending you love, okay? Remember that the Truth Tribe is always to illuminate self-awareness of your health and your wealth and your love. I always share this, but I do not believe in 20 years of therapy when you can validate yourself with clarity in this now moment. And you all know to bring an astrology chart, bring your birth chart with you. Those of you who have done the Zodiac class or the Zodiac course or ebook, you have your charts. You do not need astrology chart to participate in the Truth Tribe, but it sure helps when we get stuck. And I want to make a disclaimer. A lot of people ask me when I bring my birth chart, Dawn, are we looking at transits or are we looking at just my birth chart? It is always your birth chart that I'm referring to the hotspots in Truth Tribe. Remember that. When I talk at the end, I am talking about some of the transits, of course, and just kind of giving you a heads up of the energy that's happening right now. But always when I'm bringing up one of the hotspots or the energy it's bringing up in you, it is your birth chart and where it sits in your birth chart, and it never moves. Okay? All right, so tonight we're going to talk on the topic, can you see your health, your wealth, and your love energy? So what do you guys think of when you hear energy? Because it's a big word. I think, you all know me. I'm like so not into the whole trendiness of things and, oh, it's just energy. What energy is on a subatomic level. We're all just atoms of energy, right? We're all just atoms bouncing off each other to create a spoon, to create a body, to create a table. And energy is just atoms creating a thing. So energy can manifest itself into all kinds of realities: people, places, time, space, planets, experiences, emotions. And so pain and emotions, I want you guys to understand, which are coming up big time right now on the planet, are energy. And so the pain or the energy of change is always less important than the discipline required to keep overcoming the change you want. Like if you want to change, we have to overcome the pain that's coming with it. And so right now, your life is pushing you into the exact things that you've been using as your excuse for possibly, a lot of people I watch is your entire life, okay, to drive you away from the things that you're excited about. And I said, no, 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 that's what the pain's for. And instead, it's driving you really towards the exact thing you truly want, because pain's saying, no, that I don't want to go there. And you're like, yes, I am, because I don't like this pain. Your painful experiences are like landmines, my friends. You don't see them until you forget to be conscious and consciously present for just one step, right? And if you're not being conscious to every step you take, we get lazy and forget, and something goes off, right? Whatever appears to trip you or blow up your reality is really trying to keep your energy immobile and unconscious. Your ego is basically having a tantrum, and it's sending out energy to attract sonar. Let me call it drama sonar is what it's looking for. Okay. Why? Because it needs safety, and what it knows is I only know certain things to do, which are very uncomfortable. So is the love part about loving yourself? Yes, it's always about loving yourself. But we can't love ourselves if we're not willing to love the pain. And ego looks like life's pain, like the world, like life's pain, your own pain. And I've been in like this ego hacking mode all year long. I personally, a lot of people have. And I'm not gonna lie, this year, you guys, it sucked. But I know what ego wants. It wants me to play small and safe in these small little box realities that it knows. And I want to have big, adventurous, abundant realities. The total opposite of what ego is wanting for me. Okay. And so many times in the last month, I've watched myself, you guys, in moments where I would like, and I want you guys to think about this when you were going through this. When I'd be achieving and I'd be at peace or really productive and enjoy, and then as soon as I got lazy on my present moment and I was lingering in that feeling and sense of accomplishment and joy too long, I would step on a bomb, and something would try to take my time or my focus or slow me down. And it was twofold, right? It was forcing me to be present, but to be conscious of my emotional set point deserving level. We've talked about the emotional set point for the last 4 calls. So if you missed those, go back and listen to them on the replay, because they're very crucial about you understanding what it is about your emotional set point that's going to affect you. So as much as it pains me to see this, my friends, on all of you, on all of us, on all the world, right? Pain has redirected me personally more than peace ever has. So that's why I was like, okay, fine. I see it started to get too, relaxed and too chilled. And then the pain wakes me up. So listen to this. Pain will redirect you more than peace ever will. I've had 2 near-death experiences, as many of you know. I've had many relationship heartaches. I've had lingering dental and digestive issues, experiences that would put most people out of the game for weeks to months. And I'm not telling you this, my challenges like, oh, mine are greater than yours. I'm sharing because if I didn't have plans and commitments to keep me moving out of that pain energy, that I just guess I was unconscious, that I didn't know I was residing in my energy field, I wouldn't have become who I am now. And so pain is pain, and we have to understand that there is no right or wrong. It can't be health only. It can't be love only. It can't be wealth only. It's just what brings it to your surface. So you can go, no. Dawn told me I'm better than that. I'm a badass. I got this. And honestly, like, I think a lot of people think like, it's only me. I had a really rough year last year. And so from the outside in, most would think they'd have no idea, right? We've had these truth tribes every Monday, and we talk and we open up and we have these discussions about growth. They're for me probably more than it was for all of you. And that's because I never sat and wallowed, because I can see the energy I'm leaving in that pain is begging me, not to go there, not to go to that place I really want to, not to go to this bougie beach reality that isn't even close to the pain I'm leaving. So basically, I'm in a fight for the life I want, and the nervous system is freaking out. Your nervous system will freak out and cause you to attract things that you don't want, because you're going so far out of its comfort zone. So, right, like, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, I'm such a badass, Dawn, right? Because believe me, I've had several momentary meltdowns that several of my friends and my husband can attest to. Absolutely. We all have them. They're highly advisable to get the energy out. But I never gave myself time to settle into an excuse for not achieving a new goal. a new relationship, a new money challenge, get to the next point, a new health challenge. And now the goal many times didn't pan out exactly how I wanted it, but it was damn close. And it simply took me longer than planned. It didn't mean I didn't get it. And so the one thing I can share with all of you that is so crucial to understand is that my spiritual truth always, always, always kept me getting out of bed every day. Why? Because spirit is energy, and it's always truth of an energy field that you're in. The soul knows what is good or bad for us, how to get us to the reality timeline we wish to be on. So if your soul knows you're in a bad relationship, you're making poor money mistakes, or you deserve more money, or your health needs to have some addressing put onto it, or maybe your health's fine and it's an emotional clogging that's going on and you don't know it. So your soul always knows what's good and bad for you. Even bombs and landmines and experiences that you stand on in your house, and these experiences, because understanding the energy, that not the experience, but the energy of each experience was far greater than any physical pain or bomb in my reality of health, wealth, and love. Especially love. Relationships, my friends, are what open us up to test our energy, because you become entangled. It's called entanglement, okay? You become entangled with others, and then you miss seeing your own field in another. This is an example. Here's your energy field. I've showed you this before, right? So here's your energy field, okay? And this is your body in the center, and you have this energy field. It's torus field. It's as big as your arms if you stick them out. That's how big your torus field is. Some people have bigger. But I want you to imagine now a person comes along, da, 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 and they enter your energy field. You are entangled in their energy field. So you have to pay attention to the understanding of energy, and not the fact that you're in a relationship to save you and rescue you or belittle you or hurt you. So understanding this, when you understand energy, you must apply it to everything you experience, to people, to planets, to physical environments, to everything, including learning to feel sentient beings on the astral plane. That's how we understand. But what I want you guys to understand is you are simply entangling yourself in experiences, and you don't realize some of them aren't good for you because your ego say, come back over here, be in pain. And you're like, well, I kind of know how to handle that pain. I've been through it 50 times, so no big deal. I can handle it. But all they're doing is draining on you, because you're now becoming at one with that entangled energy. So it's super important, right? I know many of you, including myself lately, are feeling the chaos of life right now. I know you are. And to make it easier, it would benefit you to look less at the experiences and the bombs in your health and your wealth and your love as a problem. And tonight, I want you to see it as a frequency of your body, mind, and spirit category, okay? Lightening up. Your body and your mind and your spirit are lightening up. They're lifting, right, from your ego set point, your emotional set point, into this higher category. And you can't do it when you're carrying all this deep, heavy, dark baggage. And many are feeling this shift, and you're feeling it in your physical bodies with physical ascension symptoms. And what I mean by ascension symptoms means the more energetic you become, you have to take in energy and light, which means you have to become lighter, which means if this was your body and you didn't have a skin suit, we could see through you. And more light would make this bigger and bigger and bigger. But the challenge is that you don't think you're getting bigger. Well, you're becoming lighter. And so what happens is when more energy comes onto the planet, more powerful planetary energy, there's no planets doing anything to you. They're giving you waves to ride. Okay. And what happens is when your body says, okay, I want to go to a better place, I need to experience better things. You open the door and you take light in, but the light says, I'm shining light on the dark. And so many of you are feeling symptoms from the ascension symptoms of by healing and growing and expanding. And that energy that's pushing you into the higher realms. I get it. So these are some of the symptoms a lot of you are probably feeling right now, or have been. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, probably all but, I think I have felt all in the last 2 weeks, all but one. Racing heart, blurred vision, dizziness, struggling to breathe when the energy is high, digestive issues, extreme fatigue and tiredness, restless jaw, teeth, grinding jaw pain, dehydration, skin issues, racing uncontrollable thoughts, irritability, sensitivity to light and sound, needing lots of quiet time away from the crowd, illogical sense of impending doom, detach from reality, like this detachment from reality, spiritual victimization, that's a big one right now, or self-diagnosed psychic attacks, like some entities coming to get you. They're not, but this is what it feels like. Night sweats, teeth issues, erratic sleep patterns, lower back pain. This is what energy looks like with your eyes and your emotions. You look at it and you go, I have this pain, I have that pain. Your eyes think it's that. It looks like pain or challenging relationships, but what it really is energy moving, or energy that is blocked and it cannot move. And so as much as you try to go, you are blocked with something in your way. And we all have to acknowledge this block. It starts shifting our reality. But we don't want to see it because we don't want to admit it. And that's the challenge. When you understand energy is simply a frequency and you're being asked to remove it to be repaired in a higher, less density reality, you can just ask yourselves, my friends, do I deserve this? And if the answer is no, I'm talking about the pain, it's simply ready to go and be replaced. And again, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the health, wealth, or love, or whatever category this falls into, those three typically cover the masses of things. Ask yourself if the energetic environment is something that you deserve. And if you deserve more, that's why it's being replaced. So of course, you guys, I of course was investigating my energy when my tooth and my water pipe broke this weekend. Okay. And at first I thought, damn, darn, I was upset. I was pissed. Why me? And then if you didn't listen to the no spoon truth tribe, we talked about how Neo can bend energy. Well, you can too. And you have to understand there is no spoon, right? There is no reality. There is no glasses. And if you don't think these are glasses, you can just bend them. But if you think they're only a certain thing, you'll never apply energy to move it out of your way. And so I have to keep replying. A lot of people are loving this mantra, right? There is no spoon. If you haven't seen The Matrix, go watch it. You'll know what it means. Or go listen to, I want to say it was number 79 or 80. So when I had these challenges, my tooth was irritated, the water broke in the wall. And so when I had to say there is no spoon, I recited instead, this tooth will resolve itself on its own. The water issues will be resolved quickly and easily. I will bend this sudden blow into an immediate solution I expect to resolve quickly and easily. This is how you keep growing instead of getting stuck. You seek out energy of every experience, not to give it a reason to be sad or lonely or fall or be in pain. Again, you can have one meltdown, right? But to give yourself clarity of truth that you do or do not desire. Please don't run from it. Run to it. Rename it. Give it a new choice. Because when you run to it, you realize it's got no power over you. And you realize you can pick a different choice, right? Are you going to keep moving to the finish line, or are you going to get tripped up and stuck again? So you see, my friends, when I look at planets and we talk about astrology, people keep asking about the physical planets. I'm going to talk on that question at the end. Someone had asked me about them. And when I look at the energy of the planets as an astrologer and doing astrology, because I do self-awareness astrology, I really don't care what's happening in the sky. I care about who you are and becoming self-aware of your energy grid. So I don't see doom and gloom. I see a weather map. That's the best way I can describe it to you. I'm like, oh, I see it's going to get bumpy on those few days, like oh, it's going to feel like boulders are in my path on these days. And oh, on those days are going to be fun. And that day, wow, that's got shitstorm potential written all over it. Like, I choose to teleport into my dream reality instead, but I use the planets as waves of energy to give me protocols of slow down, take a step back, be patient. You got the, go light, get going. That's how I use energy of the planets. And so when I'm clear on the energy and I'm able to keep centered and not lose focus when shit gets blown up from my plan, and believe me, the last 2 weeks have, you're not being punished, my friends. You are being awakened from a deep hibernation that you were unaware of you were in. Even things I've been in a little hibernation mode, like hiding, not wanting to be in it, they've surfaced. So be understanding when it surfaces because you're ready. They don't surface if you're not ready. So unfortunately, you've all been given false intel. You were told to be sick and suffering and unhealthy love and degraded, and you're not enough. And they told you, friends, family, people, the world, whatever, that you never get to choose your own life. And it's time to see your life is in a frequency upgrade. And when you open that updated door, you must also choose to see the crap in the dark. This is my most aha awakening that I want to share with all of you. So a lot of you on this call are light workers or healers or have done a lot of, healing on yourselves. You've done self-healing, self-awareness healing. Okay, so you've done a lot of this work, and as I teach you all, you've all become the lighthouses that you should be. You're a lighthouse so that the boats can find you in the dark. Now, here's the funny part that I find fascinating, is why so many of you, including myself at moments like, what the heck, are finding that you attract dark people in dark situations. They're like, I don't want this, and I keep attracting this, and I don't know what's happening. Because you're a lighthouse. Because you're the light. You cannot see what's in the dark without being the light. So when you turn it on, they're going to be attracted to the light. The boats out in the dark and the ocean in the abyss, begging for help. And then you're like, why are they coming to me? So it's so funny. If you're the light, it's crucial not to be irritated by all the dark boats that keep coming your way. Right? You're the reason they're even being seen in the dark or even being able to find their way in the dark. You are lightening their way. You're also able to see, right, the dark evil in the world, because the collective consciousness, the entire world is a collective of thought energy, and consciousness thought is also lightening up as a group. We're lifting up our frequency as a group. Consciousness, humanity, okay? And so you're all seeing this as a collective part of the light shining into the darkness. And so that's why you can feel it. You can see all the darkness coming out because they can't hide. It doesn't make it bad. It means we're doing a freaking great job. I mean, this is my greatest awakening. Is like, if you're going to be upset about people coming your way that are dark, then don't shine anymore. It means you have to stick in your pity party and be frustrated and sit in the heavy energy. Like I said, we get to have our meltdown for a day or an hour, couple minutes, but then we pull it back together. We go, no, I got this. I can manifest the energy by bending my reality, choosing a reality I want, right? You guys can feel energy. Everybody, real quick, put your hands together. And you're on this call. I want you to put your hands together and start rubbing. Rub your hands together. Just give it 30 seconds here. Keep rubbing until your hands get very hot. Hot, 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 hot. Really warm, okay? Rub, 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 really fast. Rub your hands together. And now slowly, very, very slowly, I want you to slowly pull your hands apart about half an inch. You can feel the tingling, right? That's energy. You just made it. Now pull it apart a little bit more. You can feel the energy, just a hair more. You can feel the bubble growing. A little bit more. Now start pushing on the bubble, and you can feel the pressure you just made. Huh? Can you feel the bubble inside of your hands? You can let me know after. I want you to slowly pull in and pull out and feel the pressure of that bubble. I've got a very strong bubble in my hands. Now I want you in a moment to think about something right now as you're feeling the bubble of energy in your hands, the tingling. I want you to think about something that you don't want ever again and pop it. That's how you clear the energy. That's simple. That's how quick it can go. Okay? What can you do in each moment of despair? You pop it. You pop it just like that. That's one way. Or in your mind, you just say, that thing, hell no. I choose a new reality and pop it. Pop the old. Seek and solve the energy match to a higher frequency energy. You won't feel comfortable at first. I've told you this a million times, but you must push to the finish line that you want. You must not negotiate, my friends. No matter how painful you feel. Right? If you want healthy love, you have to see your relationships as energy, high frequency or low frequency, sucking the life out of you energy or draining you, or maybe you're the one draining them. They don't want to be with your draining energy because you won't address it. Pop it and find a higher frequency solution to healthy love. Go get my relationship toolbox or show up on Saturday at Elevate. We're talking about why you're attracting unhealthy love. So if you haven't signed up for Elevate, I'll pull up the QR code at the end. You guys can register now at the end of the class. It's Saturday, this Saturday, the 24th. If you want a healthier body, you have to see what energy your body is speaking to you, because most people don't want to do that. You know what's so funny is that, I'm not going to lie to you guys, that the pipes really irritated me. I had to clean up all this water. It was a mess. They're coming to clean it, fix it in the morning. And I was pissed, right? I was pissed. And so I was having this resentment. And so I had this irritation in I was having like a mini gallbladder attack. I don't have a gallbladder, but people they don't believe that. Doctors even told me, oh, you don't have a gallbladder, you can have a gallbladder attack. I've had many gallbladder attacks when I'm resenting what is happening in my space and I'm pissed, anger. And anger and resentment reside in your gallbladder and your liver. And I was just like, unbelievable, Dawn. Let it go. I was walking around the house, clapping all day long. So if you want a healthier body, you have to ask what your body is speaking to you. It might be speaking emotions that want out. Pop it. Find a new healing protocol, even if it's emotional, right? If you want more money, you must see how the energy feels about money and how you feel around money. Pop that. Find a new teacher, find a new friend, a mindset to frequency that will help you attract it instead of repel it. Find clarity on your emotional set point. Again, Elevate on Saturday. It's a free webinar that I never have done free before. This is it. Find clarity, your ESP point that's attracting low energy in any category you're feeling pain. Pop it. Energy matching emotional levels, you guys. You have to pop the ones you dislike. And people are like, really? Just pop it? You got to do something, because most people are just sitting and wallowing, and I'm watching them wallow. You must choose the emotional set point in the energy blasts appearing, because I'm telling you, they're not going to stop. You all need to get ready. We are on a trajectory where shit's going to get faster and faster and faster at you, and you've got to be so settled in your lighthouse that you know who you are. Self-awareness. A lot of you have taken the Zodiac Wheels Your Medicine Wheel class and or my new my ebook, which is that book, and found where your hotspots are. That's where it's going to affect you. It will affect you in one of those hotspots. So it is vital you understand energetically. We are all connected to someone else, even if it's the smallest sliver of matching their energy. So if you are angry, or you feel guilt, or you feel ashamed in any way, you will find you'll find either that energy in another, or you're going to find that they're expressing it from themselves to you and projecting, or you seeing it in them because it resonates with you, right? If you're seeing that in someone, does it resonate with you? If it does resonate with you, you're going to be like, what is going on? And you will boundary yourself out of there so quick, you didn't even know what happened. You're like the Flash. So does this make you the problem? Not at all. It makes you the decision maker. of choosing to be conscious of this reality now and stating that there is no spoon. I bend my dream reality, my dream parallel reality now. And then the next simple is humor or hack is humor and laughter. Now, again, don't get me wrong, my pipe burst. So I had a little tantrum with my husband, and then I called my girlfriend and she made me laugh, and then I was just fine. And she's like, "Oh, you look better. You feel sound better." And I was like, "I am, because you made me laugh." I had to redirect the energy. I will not sit there. Did it piss me off? Absolutely. Who wouldn't be pissed if the pipe broke in your wall and it's flooding out? So now I have no hot water. So now I can't take a shower for a couple days. I'm kidding. But do you see what I mean? I started going down that rabbit hole and I was like, oh, hell no, I'm gonna fix this. If you can't find that energy, right, that's frustrating you, it will open your frenzy up. It will open your frenzy energy up, and you're gonna feel in an absolute frenzy, like, oh, I gotta fix this, and you won't know what you're focusing on, right? Or you can go to a frequency upgrade of flow. Okay, so tonight's hotspot that I'm going to bring up tonight for you to look at, if you have your own birth chart, okay, if you have your own birth chart, bring it out, okay, and so look at your birth chart, and we're going to talk about the moon tonight. Why? Because sorry a second. Where the moon sits in your chart, there we go. I'm going to bring the picture up while I talk. Okay. So when you think about your moon sign, okay, where the moon sign sits in your birth chart, the moon is where we have emotions. Now, I'm going to get to the transits in a little bit, so I know that's confusing some of you, but this is your birth chart at the top. That's my birth chart, actually. And each of those houses have topics that they're being affected by. This chart never moves. So you're either going to get flared up in one of those houses. Well, go find the little blue moon in your birth chart, and you're going to understand that the hot spots are always located in your birth chart, but that moon gets flared up sometimes, then it's happy other times. It's your high-low emotions. And it's a full moon in the sky today, so it's going to affect your moon because it's moon attracts moon, right? So it also rules mother, right? So it's funny that all this emotional stuff happened at my house today, and I had to go do my mother's house to take a shower, right? And so it rules mother, it rules emotions, it rules feelings of security, right? So look to see where your moon is located in your birth chart, okay? Where is that moon located in your birth chart where you will have a higher natural spidey sentences? You will feel things more in that category of your life. It's the part of your life you feel into. You feel into there more than you feel to any other area. You do feel the other areas, but not as much as there. Well, it's one of your hot spots, right? So now if it's not regulated, think about your moon ruling your emotions, and if you don't regulate them, and you're not conscious of your moon taking you and it's falling into low frequency points, you will feel it activate your pain when you are looking for safety and security, because moon rules mom. I want mommy, I want mommy, I want safe, right? And so what's going to happen is if you don't check yourself on that moon sign where my moon sits in fun, I can tell you it's probably I was having a meltdown. I wasn't having any fun. I've been doing all this work. I've been working like a crazy woman. And then the house falls, has a breakdown. I was like, no more. And I yelled at the house too. So your goal is to shake your poor emotions, the poor emotional programs, and raise them to the reality you desire. I'm like, okay, I got to make this fun. Okay. The moon location is easy to see where you feel into life. Also where Cancer sits in your chart, because the moon is the ruling planet of Cancer. Your moon's going to be in a different sign, but it's the ruling planet of Cancer. So you can look on the outer edge and see where Cancer is ruling that area of your life, and where your moon sits will really kind of be lit up a little bit when you're feeling off, when you don't feel good, when you're in pain, right? These are two areas that will trip you up when you are out of energy regulation, when you are not regulating the energy in your life. So I want you to find out what your emotional set point is programmed up to your 9-year-old self. Again, remember to join me on Saturday for Elevate. Invite your friends. It's free. On the 24th, we are going to review where you were resisting your 9-year-old beliefs. And if you're going to stick at a 9-year-old and have beliefs there, I'm not enough, she didn't love me, she was ever there for me, my daddy was mean. If you keep holding that, right, you're going to have a hard time with that emotional set point of your moon sign. So look at your birth chart and see what house you resist growing out of your resistant old programs and what department of your life you need to elevate your life. Again, this is in the Facebook Truth Tribe wall, just so you know. So Truth Tribe with Dawn Thompson, this diagram is there, okay? Okay, so does that help, my friends? Does that help you to see the difference on that? Yes? Okay. So when you look at where your moon sits, you're going to actually notice that. You're going to start seeing that, wow, I'm going to get more flared up there when shit goes wrong. And I take it out there and I get frustrated there. And, you know, again, moon, this is why it was funny, right? Because my moon is in the 5th house and the Cancer rules my money house. So of course those two things were lit up on me today off the charts for the last 2 days. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, then when I knew, I was like, all right, whatever, I'll figure it out. Bend my reality, choose a new reality, move on. So this is a big deal when we start paying attention to some of this, okay? All right. So everybody repeat after me. Ready? I teleport to my dream reality now. Clap 3 times. One more time. I teleport to my dream, loving, amazing reality that I desire to live in at a high frequency now. Good. All right. There are lots of questions and coming in the chat, so I will address them when we get into Q&A. Okay. So really quick, I brought it up last week. I'm going to bring it up again. Today, yes, today there is a full moon in Aquarius, and it is in full swing, my friends, because Aquarius is sudden bursts of change, okay? And a full moon is about closing out the old cycle. Thank goodness it all happened in the last 48 hours. I'm like, okay, we're done with that, okay? Brace yourself for activity for this Aquarius moon. And it can carry on for the next 6 months in forcing you to grow, right? It's going to push you, go, you got this. It carries a whirlwind of unpredictable and intense energy for the entire collective, forming a harsh T-square with the rebellious planet of Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius, the ruling planet. All right, so this is ripe to be full of twists and turns. The second you think you're down, you're way up. The second you think you're up, you're not, you're down. It's going to be like that. Foundations that you once relied upon, they're going to be suddenly unstable. And then as the stars push, the universe, the planets, the stars are pushing each of us to revolutionize our lives, to choose a revolution and pick something completely out of the box for you. Aquarius is the reality bender, so embrace change as the bending opportunity. Anytime something comes at you, go, okay, this is energy. Dawn says the pipe in the wall with water is energy. What does that mean? Oh, yeah, you know, Dawn, you've been pretty emotional about all the other overload. That was probably just your breaking point. Pissed you off, didn't it? It totally did. So I said, am I going to get out my warrior self, or am I going to turn into more blubber? No. Energy. The universe will be, well, guys, you need to understand the universe doesn't really care about you either way. It's going to do what it's going to do. So the universe won't be afraid to deliver a bit of tough love. And there are going to be moments when you are forced outside of your comfort zone. I'm sharing all my personals with you because that's what's happening to all of us. Do your best to adapt when you're faced with the unknown. Clinging to old tradition might not be an option anymore on any topic. So then let's add to this, just not forget, we're still in Mercury retrograde until the 27th. So it's going to put your words on full display. So be very, very present and conscious of every word that comes out of your mouth at this point. Okay, be more aware of how you think and how you speak, right? The friendships that you keep will have a direct impact on your ability to think clearly. Yes, Mercury retrograde will go through the 27th, so it's next week. I'm not sure the date. I can't, well, it's Saturday is the 24th, so a couple days after that. Okay. So remember that, right? To stay clear of gossipy, ungrounded friends, rules about truth that aren't going to be comfortable for you guys. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. So if you get entangled into energy you don't like, that's because you're attracting it for some reason to see something it's time for you to clear in your energy field. Mercury is going to ask you to push past issues from the past, that are going to appear. Maybe they were sitting there in the past and they appeared once more, giving you a chance to make better decisions this time around. Okay, so when you're faced with situations or conflict that feels familiar and you're like, oh, not again, right? Do your absolute best to consider the highest path forward. Recite my mantra for you: no spoon. There's no spoon. And if there's no spoon, that means there's no pain, there's no relationship, there's no pipe in the wall, there's no stomach ache. There's just me choosing me. What do I want? And you focus and walk. Okay? When all is said and done, my friends, we could all feel a little bit slightly shaken up after this full moon. I'm telling you, I'm already shaken up. So I was like, okay, it did not lie, it delivered. And so that's always the goal of Aquarius: to break your paradigms, to break your shitty beliefs, to break things that you are sitting here saying, no, I don't really do that. And you are. You have to self-check. Everybody tap into your thymus. This is your nervous system. It's your immune center. Every time you tap into here, you're resetting it. I am courage. I am love. I am truth. I know courage. I know love. I know truth. All right, so for tonight's Q&A, I want you to share what current pain or experience you're having that you can see the humor in it. You can be like, okay, super funny. If I actually looked at it, like, I could actually laugh at how stupid I was being, or how much I've been really resisting that. And if I don't resist, I can have this instead. Okay. So that's a big thing. All right. So let's get into Q&A and we'll go into the questions. So let's see. It says, I broke up with someone last night and I'm happy that I broke up with him because he wasn't for me, because I forgot how to love myself. Amen. Everyone, start applauding. This is beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That is probably the best match on tonight's call I could have said. When we break up with someone because we know it's good for us, we know their entanglement in our energy field is simply blocking us and draining us and constricting us down. And so you can't move energy through you. You become blocked and restricted, and we get frustrated and we get stagnant. We don't move. So sometimes when we have to end a relationship, it makes you bigger. I shouldn't say sometimes, every time. So congratulations on that. That's actually like amazing. How do you get the toolbox? All of my classes, all the courses, you guys, are available. If you just go to, I'll put the links down below. You can go onto my website, ideserveitnow.com. They're all in courses, or you can go on, there's a couple different locations. I'll just give you ideserveitnow.com. If you go to courses, they're all right there. Okay. Let's see. Someone's laughing that I was pissed at my water bursting. Yeah, I was pissed. And she did make me laugh. Okay, so someone's got Virgo. Their moon is in Virgo in the second house. And so there's a perfect example. When you get frustrated and emotional, does money get you frustrated easily? I'm sure it does, right? It's got to like trip you up. And then Cancer is the line house of 1 and 12. It all is true. I've been working so hard on all these aspects. That's awesome. So when you have second house, like again, your moon is ruling the money house or another house of self-esteem. That's where you have to say, I have to stay high frequency in this department. I will not go down. That's what you're here to learn. Okay. We have a moon in the fifth house. Okay. So we're talking about our birth chart moon. So what you have to realize is that when your moon gets triggered, it's either bringing you drama or you're causing drama, or the drama is blocking your fun and it hurts you and it brings your energy down, or it's you're causing the drama so you can be fun and lighthearted and childlike. So this is where you have to start opening up to seeing where are you on that frequency chart and who are you letting in your energy field. Okay, yes, 27th. Thank you. Tuesday's the 27th. Thank you guys for helping me. When I feel any kind of resistance, I stop asking myself what I want to feel and see, and then I shift into that energy. Oh my God, it's beautiful. You guys got it. Okay, you got it. When you feel resistance, stop and ask yourself, what do you want instead? Okay. All right, what does the spoon represent? Okay, so example, meaning can we feed ourselves an adult? You're super funny. My Saturn birth chart is where? So look, Brian, on your birth chart and look for a little blue moon and tell me, is it in slice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Just tell me where the moon is. It doesn't matter what sign it is. So everybody asks about the spoon. So we talked about the spoon 3 truth tribes ago. It says it's called There Is No Spoon. So if you go on YouTube or Spotify, you can re-listen to that truth tribe. But the spoon represents the Matrix. And when Neo was in the Matrix, Neo was with the little boy, and the little boy showed him a spoon, and the little boy bent the spoon in half, started bending the spoon. Okay, the spoon is made of metal, so Neo says, oh my gosh, it's amazing. How do you do that? And little boy says, try. And so Neo says, bend the spoon, bend the spoon. But in his mind, it's an actual spoon, and it's made of metal, and he's been taught this, the only way you can do with it is eat spoon food. He never thought, I can change my reality, and there is no spoon. So the little boy says there is no spoon. And so if there is no spoon, he can bend this reality into anything he wants, because when there's no spoon, you'd have a vision of a spoon, and that spoon can be anything you want. When there is no, argument, when there is no pain in your body, that's what I'm trying to refer to. There is no spoon. When you're having a challenge in your mind, I want you to say, there is no spoon, which means there is no physical thing there. There is no emotional experience there. You're here right now. Bend the reality into any reality you want. What is the most important for you to bend your reality in that direction? Brian, let me know where your little moon is in your birth chart that you printed. If you haven't printed your birth chart, let me know. Shoot me an email and I will shoot you over the link that you can go to. If you go on to tools and go down to birth chart, there's a free birth chart you can go on to right there to get the one, but it's also in your courses manual. Okay. If you have it tonight, just let us know. Just shoot me a message on here. Okay, so I didn't go too deep into this, but someone last week, and I don't know if she's on this call or not. Hopefully she is. I can share it with her. So last week I was asked this kind of crazy cool question, and it was not cool, but for me, I think it's fascinating. Let me put it that way. So someone asked about, NASA says now there are 13 signs. So I'm going to just say this really fast and easy. This is what I teach you at the DMT method, which is happening in October in Denver. There is a super amazing coupon I'm giving away, like literally like a quarter of the price, but you have to go to the class to get it, in Elevate on Saturday, which I'll pull it up for you in a minute. But at the DMT method, what I try to teach you all is that wheel of 12 houses is your energetic DNA. It's a picture of your DNA and what your DNA looks like. It's just on paper on your birth chart, okay? And that DNA holds all aspects of your energy. The 13th sign is you, the center of the sun. You are the sun, S-U-N-S-O-N. That's what Jesus with the sun, S-U-N, where you shine, your lighthouse of divine consciousness, God. Okay, so we have to stop listening to those people out there. I don't even care if you never see a planet through a telescope in your life. What I want you to understand is these planets are simply shifting us into an awareness of energy patterns that you came down onto earth and you imprinted as a tattoo on your soul. And your soul has tattooed energy on it. So when you look at your birth chart, if you can't look at your tattooed energy and go, yeah, that's tripping me up right there. I know who I am. I won't budge. I will not bend my spoon to fall apart, because every time I go to my parents, they call me names or they say something or they belittle me and they make me feel like shit about myself. That's you not being in control of knowing emotionally you'll get tripped up. But if you know yourself, you know what to say. There is no spoon, there's no parents, there is no reality. I'm just gonna let them say what they say. I'm gonna be my best badass self. We have to gain control, but we're not doing that. So what I want you guys to understand on the 13 planets is really just, they're saying there's an extra sign, an extra constellation. Well, there are extra planets and constellations way they're further out than the galaxy that we're looking at from the closest to us of Earth and the sun. So there will probably be another 20 being added on more when we have further view of all these dwarf and outer planets. So signs and planets, they're not going to be a new sign, an old sign. There are 12 aspects of your personality. And the 13th is you embodying the light of every aspect and becoming godlike, divine-like, a master. How you embody that, that's what I teach at the DMT method. How you do just 4 of them, that's in your Zodiac course. Just learn 4 parts of yourself. If you can't do the 4 parts, just learn, as we talk about on Truth Tribe, where the moon sits. Excuse me. Where Saturn sits. Where your hot spots sit in your chart. That's the big question. All right, someone says, I've decided I'm a magician. Yay! Let's see. Anything that takes me out of alignment from my happy space, I magically shift my reality into what I am in desire for. It's the exact only and specific thing you can be doing right now. Okay? That's it. That's all you can do in your reality right now, especially when it comes to relationships. I need you all to understand it's not just going to be, personal relationships that they shared, or this person had shared earlier, but also friend relationships, peer relationships at work and different things like that. You're going to notice them shifting, because they're waking you up to say, do you want this anymore? They have to come with you. You don't have to lower yourself to them anymore. They will. You just don't like the timeline, then it might take them a little longer than normal, right? So that's a big deal. Any other questions, my friends? So you all get it. So when you leave tonight and this full moon and people are irritating you or looking online, which you shouldn't, turn it off, because it's a big bunch of malarkey and you all know it. It's the TV wizards selling you some story so you can feel shitty about yourself. Pull in, know thyself, let the storm happen around you. I promise life is getting lighter and better, and we are seeing all the darkness only because you're all becoming lighthouses. And there's way more of you. Okay? Now, if you can hold that for the next couple of weeks, through the next week or two, you're going to find that your light starts lightening up a little bit. But you're going to have to hold vigil to staying true to who you are and not bending to anyone's reality except for the one you choose. Your dream reality, your happy reality. It's okay to be happy, my friends. You all deserve happiness. You absolutely deserve to be happy. And there's no external reality out there that's selling you a bunch of bullshit. And I mean all of it. There isn't one thing. That's why people ask me all the time about, the politics, the world. I don't buy into any side, any person, place, or thing, because we are all playing a role in this big picture that we call Earth plane. We're all playing a role. And you know what the role is? To get us to all wake up. That's what's happening. When it hurts enough, you're waking up and you're taking care of yourself. Amen. Okay? Remember, I'll post the post that I just showed you. The wheels will be on the Truth Tribe wall. If you're needing to see your chart, go look at your truth, or just download your birth chart again. You can do it many times, I think, a couple times. Remember that there is a new ebook, Hotspots, that is out now. It's on my homepage. Just go to ideserveitnow.com, scroll down to my books and click on You can download the hotspot book there, or you can get the class as well. It comes with on both of them. Let me pull up really quick. I want to share with you guys. Here is the here, well, you guys can see it. So, I want you guys to be able to join me on Saturday if you haven't already signed up, or if you know someone who you want to sign up with you. Elevate, my friends, on Saturday. It's from 7 to about 10. It'll be about 7, 9:30, but then if there's Q&A at the end, I'm pushing it about to 10. So let's just say about 2 to 3 hours. It's not an intensive, but it's an awakening course. And so if you want to take the class, just go ahead and scan the QR code. It'll take you right there to the sign up. It's free. I highly recommend you bring a friend or a spouse to grow together. This is a really good course if you have a relationship or you want to grow a relationship and you want to know why you keep attracting unhealthy love. This will show you why you keep attracting, unhealthy scenarios with your kids or your family or your friends. This will explain why. Okay. So, or just go to elevate.ideserveitnow.com. I'm going to post it right now into the chat so you guys have it. But that is the Elevate course. Or just go on to social media, those of you following me on social media, and just comment Elevate, and it'll send you the link direct to get it to you right away. And then remember, we've just started promoting, and if you look in your emails, all of you are getting them. DMT method in Denver, October 19th. There are discount codes in there, especially in Elevate, and then they go down from Elevate. And so if you're in the live Elevate class, you'll get that code at the end. If not, you're getting emails with discounts. So if you want to go, I have made it so reasonable you can't afford to miss. I've covered, unless you want to pay full price, feel free. I have no problem with that. But I've taken so much off at this point right now that I've basically covered your housing and your flight. So all you got to do is sign up and get on the plane and go get a hotel room and join me. Okay. So the discounts will go down week by week, just so you know. So if you are looking at those emails, go look now. All right. So again, my friends, you've got this. Energy is energy. You will look at no person, place, or thing from this point forward unless you go, if I was looking at that energy, what would I think? Would I want more of it or less of it? If that energy in my body is giving me pain, is it telling me to focus on something differently or readdress it or focus on myself because I overdo it out there? Come back in. Ask the energy what it needs for you. Oh, what is the link? Sorry. Yes, you're right. I'm coming. I totally spaced it. Yes, I'm bringing it to you right now. Here's the link for Elevate. All right. Right, here we go. There you go. There's the link. I just posted it in the chat. So if you're in the chat, just open up the link for Elevate and it is right there. Okay. So any questions, you all know how to find me. DM me, email me, if you have anything question. How do you get followed back on Facebook? Go to Dawn Thompson 8, the number 8, or just type in my name, Dawn Thompson, and you will find me on there on my webpage. I post all my social media on there. If you're on Instagram, type in my name or I Deserve It Now. I Deserve It Now everywhere. IDeserveItNow.com. I Deserve It Now on Instagram. I Deserve It Now on Twitter. I Deserve It Now on LinkedIn is probably my first name. Guys, I am everywhere. So there is nowhere to find it. The link is right here. Everybody see the link? The link is right here in the chat, my friends. Do you want me to pin it? No, I can do it again. Here it is. There's the link. There you go. All right. So if you want to follow me on any of social medias, like I said, between Dawn Thompson, I think it's Dawn Thompson, but it's just Dawn Thompson and the number 8 if it's Facebook. But just type in my name and I'll come up. You'll see me. You won't miss me. But Instagram's easy too. Just follow me at I Deserve It Now and go ahead and just comment on any post you like with the comment Elevate, and I'll send you the link there as well. So All right, my friends, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for listening. If you are listening to this after this live session on YouTube or Spotify to the replay, remember that the links are in the notes below as always. And remember to have an amazing evening and watch your energy. Thank you for joining me tonight. I love you. Brightest blessings. Have a good night.